Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to take a few minutes to make a video of one of the most requested questions that I get from clients, and you see it in a lot of Facebook food plot groups, and that is how you calibrate a broadcast spreader. Here I have a broadcast spreader I'm going to show you in a second. It has an electronic gate, so you can't run the spinner and the gate independently. So what I do is I pop the spinner off and put a tub under the gate, and I time how many pounds of seed I get in a set time. And then I have a spreadsheet that I put all of those measurements in, and it calculates pounds per acre based on speed and broadcast width. One thing I want to caution: a lot of folks broadcast seed and spray herbicides with UTVs and ATVs. I do it myself. Unfortunately, the speedometers on those machines are not very accurate. I run a TJet Matrix 430 GPS unit, and I find that the speed can be off 1 to 2 miles per hour. And if your speed's not accurate, the calculations really don't matter. This is just one way to calibrate a broadcast spreader. I find it works really well for me. It isn't something that you can do with a tractor mounted very well. With a tractor mounted, I'll talk about that later, where you cannot disengage the spinner, and I'll talk about that in a second. But right now I want to show you how I calibrate this broadcast spreader. And basically what I do is I open the gate, catch the seed in a tub, and I usually catch it for 15 seconds, sometimes 30 seconds, and then weigh it, and then extrapolate that out to a minute, and then how many minutes it takes me to cover an acre, and that gives me the pounds per acre. I have a really nice spreadsheet that calculates it for broadcast seeders and sprayers, and I'll put a link to that. It's on my Shopify store, but it is free. I'll put a link to that in the comments, and feel free to download that and use at your discretion. So what I collected here is 15 seconds worth of seed. So whatever that weight is, I'll multiply it by 4 to get per minute. And then I'll take you inside, and I'll show you the calculations in the spreadsheet and show you just how easy it is to calculate pounds per acre for a broadcast spreader. Okay, so we collected seed for a set amount of time out of the broadcast seeder, and I have this spreadsheet that does all the calculations for you automatically. Pounds of seed used in calibration. Well, if you don't have the ability to collect the seed, you can put a predetermined amount of seed in your spreader and then time how long it takes for it to completely empty. So if you would put 1 pound in and it took 17 seconds, and you were traveling, and then you could set a speed for how fast you want to travel, and it will calculate automatically how many pounds of seed per acre. You can adjust your broadcast pattern width as 10, or whatever you want to do. So this spreadsheet is really designed to take whatever data you have and calculate pounds of seed per acre. So let's say that what I did was I just timed for 15 seconds. I got 2.18 pounds of seed. Okay, I have a pattern of 10. If I go 4 miles an hour, I would get 107.9 pounds per acre. Well, I really am shooting for 60. Well, if I go 5 miles an hour, I'm down to 86.3. And if I go 6, I'm down to 71.9. Okay. If I go to 7, I'm down to 61.7, which is really close. The question is my field conditions such that I can run 7 miles per hour? So this gives you the opportunity or the ability to look at different scenarios to try to get your seeding rates right. You've got to keep in mind your field conditions. If you're on a really small food plot, you may not be able to run 7 or 8 miles per hour. The plot's too short, or it's too curvy, or whatever the case may be. And it may be a situation where you need to go and say, well, the fastest I can run is 4 miles an hour. Well, I need to open up or change the opening size on my seeder to get more seed in 15 seconds. So I can look and say, well, how much do I need in 15 seconds to get the 60? Well, 3 pounds is 15, or I'm go the right way here. 1.5 pounds in 15 seconds is 74. Well, what about 1 pound? Now I'm down to 49. So I can manipulate and have an idea as to how much I need. 1.25 pounds, so 1.25 pounds in 15 seconds will give me 61 pounds per acre, 62 pounds. The nice thing about the way that I have that seeder mounted, I can actually raise the seeder, and with bigger seed, can't do it with smaller seed. With larger seed, I can get the pattern out to about 12 feet. I really don't like to. I don't think it's consistent, but that's an option too. This spreadsheet also has a tab to calibrate sprayers. It also has a conversion rate table, percent by volume calculator, and it's the same principle. And I'll make a video about how to calibrate sprayers later, and I will put them all together and make them available to everyone. This spreadsheet can be downloaded off of my Shopify store. It's free. You don't have to put a credit card or anything like that in. You may have to put your email in to get it, but I'll put a link to it in the comments, and it's free to anyone that wants to use it. But it is very handy. You can use it on your phone. You can use it on an iPad, assuming you have Excel, the Excel app. But we'll make this available to everyone.